What is up, bros, bears, moms, mommies, and everything in between? As always, this is Patrick for Empowering Your Mom's Favorite Powerlifter, top 50 powerlifters of all time. Today, we have a priming day. So we've got movements that is basically playing foreplay with our muscles, get the blood flowing, get the body in a predispositioned spot to be ready for heavy loads that we'll be taking on this week. Different loads that your mom's taking on this week, the loads we're taking on are on a barbell. So what we've got going on today, we've got reverse grip lat pull down with an emphasis on the stretch to kind of get the lats primed, ready, going, slowing, all the good things that we need in our lats. Get rid of the my arms are heavy fatigue that goes on a lot of times. When you become a predominant power lifter, your arms get heavy. And have you ever tried carrying around like 25-pound dumbbells everywhere? Your back gets tired. It's not just your traps, it's your back. That's what it's like having legs for arms. And so the reverse grip lat pull down is going to help us kind of mitigate the stressors on those by stretching it out, allow the elasticity to go on there, and all good things. Then we've got so it is currently 10 at night, and I need to be home for 11 so I can go and be a middle school social studies teacher tomorrow because I'm a substitute teacher. Yay. So, we're going to have to superset every other movement. So, the reverse grip lat pull down is going to be superset with, well, I guess it's going to be a giant set because it's a superset with a superset. Head supported, rear delt flies, and hex push-ups. Those are for sets of 20. I've got an extra set of reverse grip lat pull downs that will be standalone, and we'll just let those fly free. And then our next superset, it's not a superset with a superset. It's just it is a superset with a superset because it's a weird superset because we're doing incline dumbbell press for a set of 20 plus 6 slow eccentric, 6 count eccentric. I just call it slow eccentric because I just go as slow as I kind of feel necessary. And we're going to superset that with the next movement, which is a mouthful. That's a phrase I've never heard in my lifetime about myself, but it's chest supported dumbbell seesaw zero acceleration rows for sets of 20, or 20 per arm. So it's actually a set of 40, the way that I count it down. So we've got 26 supersetted with 40. Yay. Those both, I have to double check the program, but I think I might have another standalone scenario with the, it's 4 sets of the incline dumbbell press versus 3 sets of the rows. And then we're finishing off with, I can't superset these because it's the same movement. It's light curls and then heavier curls. So we've got light curls, sets of 20, 30 seconds rest. Only using 15 pounds for those because, let's be honest, when you only have 30 seconds rest, you feel that hypoxic response. And then we're going to take a minute, probably 2 minutes, if we're being literal. And then we increase the dumbbells and we do sets of 8, 3 by 8. It's supposed to have 2 minutes rest. We're going to bump it down to 90 seconds rest and hope all is good. So I want to be in and out in between 30 and 45 minutes. I am way behind on what I want to be doing today because I uploaded something onto YouTube today and I had already maxed out my time allotted on YouTube and my phone locked me out. So I had to unlock and I just didn't relock it. So I spent 4 hours just scrolling YouTube shorts today, which is why I elected to starting last week, as we were 7 or 8 weeks out from the American Pro, I elected to delete Instagram and Facebook off of my phone. I can't delete YouTube because I make my thumbnails via YouTube. I make it on my phone. It's a little easier to do on the phone. because Canva and screenshotting is easier to do on the phone. And it's nothing too inclusive the way that I do my thumbnails. I could do them better. I don't know how to do them better. I know there's a better way about it. I just don't know what it is. So that's what we've got going on today. Oh, finish that tangent. I like to, because I doom scroll like today I did with YouTube Shorts. I deleted my Instagram from my phone. I didn't actually delete my full Instagram and my Facebook so that I don't doom scroll on those, because I was training. I would go to the gym at like 7 and then get home at like midnight, and then I'd have to sleep for like 6 hours, go home, take a 2-hour nap when I got home, and then I'm way behind. That's just that's how the cookie crumbles when you are addicted to social media, but you are a high-level competitor and you want to prioritize your competition. So it's like pushing and pulling and trying to make things work that way. But also, it gives me a little bit of a competitive advantage, but also not. It allows me, it allows my competitors to go, I don't know what Patrick's doing. I'm going to get nervous as to what Patrick's doing. Like before, I used to just post penguin facts or say the bar is just 135. And then, I wouldn't give away what my training was looking like. So I'm going head to head with Justin Zottel, and we both have the same coach, so it's not like I actually have a competitive advantage. We're both on an even playing field competitively because our coach is he wins no matter who wins, so he knows what both of us are at and is predispositioned to know how things are gonna go on meet day. So it's like, yeah, he already knows, but Justin himself won't know, and if he starts asking coach how my training is going, then I've got that competitive advantage because I'll be in his head. Mind games, because powerlifting is more powerlifting and bodybuilding is like 10% as not even 1% of powerlifting is actually what goes on the platform. The rest is what goes on in the gym, what goes on in your household, on your plate, and your interactions with people. So is that a new sign? No, that's not a new sign. We are pretty much at the gym. It's gonna be empty. I'm gonna just connect to the Bluetooth and bang this training day out. The parking lot is empty. Wonderful. There's one car in the parking lot. I don't know whose car that is. Probably the Chinese food restaurant. But we are at the gym. Let's go gym. Let's not dilly-dally any longer because I want to get home and get enough sleep so I don't have to take too aggressive of a nap when I get home from work tomorrow, so that I can, squat. I got some interesting squats tomorrow. You guys should tune in to the next video that I'm going to post to see what that squat is, because it's going to be super fun. It's going to be super interesting, and I'm really excited for it. I watched my coach program it like I watched my spreadsheet as he was filling it out, and I was like, yes, yes, yes. Anyways, let's get primed. Let's get ready. Let's go, boys. Hey, boys, call me your roommate from college because I'm a two-pump chump, boys. We were in and out of there in 40 minutes. I said I wanted to be in there, in and out between 30 and 45 minutes. 30 was a stretch. I was like, that's a highly unlikely goal. But if we can get close to it, it's like doing your first meet and saying that you're going to have 1,000-pound total. Not everyone's able to do it. And a lot of people, it's not possible. But, yeah. So, 45 minutes, I was like, that's going to be tight. It's going to be a realistic goal. But we did better. We did better. So, let's break it down, Mahomes. And not Patrick Mahomes. I mean, I guess it is Patrick Mahomes. But, I hate Patrick Mahomes. because Tom Brady's the GOAT. And anytime anyone says Patrick Mahomes is the GOAT, no. Patrick Mahomes hasn't had to play against Ed Reed, Ray Lewis, Darrelle Revis, the Legion of Boom, the Steelers, the cause the players' safety protocols get put in place. Patrick Mahomes is a pussy. So, how did today go? So, we started off with the reverse grip lat pull downs. I started with 55 pounds, which is going up over what I usually do. And we got a good stretch there, and I got a really good pump. But the pump was too intense in order to pull it through for 4 sets of that. So we dropped it down to 140 and was able to hold on to a more realistic hypoxic response that got us not closer to failure. Like, if we held the 155 with the superset that we were doing, we would have gotten really, really close to failure, and that's not the goal of today's training session. Today's training session is RPE 7s across the board, basically. So we want to get blood flowing, get a good stretch in, because accessories are stretching under load. Today's an accessory day, where everything's an accessory. So the goal is not the weight, it's the range of motion. And we got a good lat stretch on those. And then we superset that with the head-supported rear delt flies. And boys, normally I don't really feel much from this exercise, and I'm like really trying to get the stretch in the rear delts going. But today it was hitting real good, and I really enjoyed we got some hypoxic response, whether or not it's carryover from the reverse grip lat pull down, but whatever it was today, which is probably the supersetting, we got a better stimulus out of that movement today than we usually do. And then the hex push-ups, they're always the same. I wasn't really focused on doing really slow, concise, intentional hex push-ups. I was like, I'm trying to get in here, in and out of here, lickety split. So we're just gonna do these as they fall, and whatever you see is what it was. So really good training on that first giant set. It's weird. It's like some people call when you superset 3 movements a giant set, or I've heard another term, or some people just call it a superset, a triple set, something. And when I first started lifting, I don't remember if it was Kai Green or Dana Lynn Bailey. It was like, yeah, they're giant sets. And I've just called them that ever since. It's kind of weird how the lingo that you develop when it comes to lifting is heavily dependent on the social media that you've consumed up to that point. And I started lifting back when there wasn't really much of a social media presence in for fitness and anything. There was like those YouTube videos from like Kai Green, where it's like a day in the life, and those were super motivational, super inspirational. I wish I could do something like that, but I'm not like that. I'm trying to be me for you guys rather than someone else, and that's the most genuine that you can ask for. Yeah, a lot of, I mean, of course, Dom Mazzetti, everyone's favorite influencer online, but it was like Kai Green, Bradley Martin. I didn't even know who Larry Wheels was before I took his all-time world record teen raw bench. Yeah. Who else was there? There was Dana Lynn Bailey. Ronnie Coleman, of course. And it's like the 3 guys who really only had stuff out there was Ronnie Coleman, Jay Cutler, and Kai Green when I first started. And yeah, so that was an ADHD tangent. Next movement, the incline dumbbell bench, supersetted with incline dumbbell bench, giant setted with the chest supported dumbbell seesaw 0 acceleration row. That was a burner. That was a burner. That was we reduced the weight on the rows by 5 pounds. So we, instead of doing 55s, we were doing 50s, just because I know that there was going to be little to no recovery between the reverse grip lat pull down and and the two back movements basically back to back. You generally don't want to do that. When you superset things, and the only reason I felt comfortable doing the things today that I was doing, I mean, I guess the first move, giant set, really doesn't count towards this rule, but you want to superset a push with a pull. So like we were doing incline dumbbell bench, and then we supersetted it with row. That's a push with the incline dumbbell bench with a row, with a pull through the rows. And that's exactly what you want. You want contrasting ranges of motion, almost like you're going through your body with that range of motion. The other kind of, it's not like a rule of thumb. You don't want to superset the same move, the same muscle groups with themselves, unless you're hitting like a different angle. So like you've got 3 different triceps. You've got, I'm not gonna bullshit you guys on this. I don't know the names of the triceps, but you got 3 of them. Triceps. You got 2 biceps. Biceps. There you go. There, now you're smarter. But if you hit one bicep one way, you're probably getting a little bit of the other as well. But if you prioritize the other with a superset, it's going to be a little bit more difficult. But a lot of burnout stuff, a lot of pyramid sets and stuff like that, really good for the biceps because you get really good hypoxic response. And blood flow is where the gains flow, homies. And that's really what you want. So it was basically an ideal scenario for a superset, but not exactly, because I'm supposed to use the lifting straps or lifting hooks in my case in order to do the rows, whereas incline dumbbell bench I need wrist wraps. But only using 70s, it's not that intense, so I felt comfortable with the little bit of support that the hooks had on me, doing the superset like that. And then we finished off with biceps and then biceps. This is an interesting one. Like I was saying, you don't want to superset the same muscle group with the same muscle group unless there's something clearly intentional going on, like the incline dumbbell bench with the slow acceleration, the slow eccentric incline dumbbell bench, where you're getting the whole stimulus of the slow eccentric is the main goal, because we want to be experiencing that in a fatigued state. But the goals of the 2 different dumbbell curls, the lighter ones are to get the blood flow, get a hypoxic response, get a pump going, get blood in there, and then you kind of tweak it a little bit, go heavier, and you get a hyperplasia response. So you're trying to build size and strength in the biceps. Size with that first part with the lighter stuff, and then strength with that other stuff. And I find that my body responds a little bit better to hyperplasia. I've got a whole video on hypertrophy versus hyperplasia. I'm not going to link it in the description, let's be honest. I'm not that responsible. Just scroll through my stuff and watch everything. That's a good plan for you guys. But pretty good training day. In and out in 40 minutes, and I am now home. So I hope you guys enjoyed this 17 under 20-minute video. Gonna keep doing the videos like this until we're done with the meet, and then we're gonna get back to the regularly scheduled stuff. So I'm primed and ready for interesting things to happen for the rest of the week. So as always, this has been Patrick Fulprama, Power Your Mom's Favorite Powerlifter. Tell her I said hi. The mold said that I was too small for it to actually cast anything, so I just took her money, and she's not getting a custom dildo. So anyways, Patty out. That was really fucked up to say.